AI is here to stay. And while image generative AI has been in the headlines a lot for all the negative connotations that it has and has proven, and while it was first the artists that felt like, well, it was the artists first that felt like image generative AI was coming for their work, it is now actually photographers, and most recently with OpenAI's new Sora, videographers as well. But while it definitely will have an impact, I don't think it's necessarily as bad as you think. Now, while AI stealing the work of artists for its own learning and its own generative stuff, and, just straight up copying the styles of other artists that had a unique style, while all of that is wrong and definitely needs to be gotten in control, there is one thing where using AI definitely shines, especially for me as a product photographer. Now, when I'm shooting in my home studio, there's only so many ways that I can use the backgrounds that I've purchased and gotten and sourced. There's only so many ways that I can use those before it starts to look a bit sane. Now, of course, coming up with creative ways to use those backgrounds is part of the job, but sometimes you just want to shoot in a space that you simply don't have access to, and you're really looking for a certain aesthetic, and there's no background that you can use for that. Now, that is where AI can come into play. Now, it is by no means a new trick to display an image in the background of your photos to transport the photos somewhere else. But with AI, it's never been this easy to take your photos from your home studio to a sunny beach, or a whiskey lounge, or maybe a cozy cabin in the woods, or maybe even a pirate ship. All of those backgrounds were achieved by giving the AI of your choice a prompt to generate the background for a photo. And of course some more specific commands, but we'll get into that in a second. But basically, with generative AI, you can control everything that you want to be in your background. And then you simply take that image that you generated, you put it on a TV behind your photo, use that as a background, and voila, you are suddenly somewhere else. But let me just show you how easy it is. But here we are in Midjourney, and that is my AI of choice for image generation. Now, I am not sponsored by Midjourney in any way. It's just the one that I've learned to use and have been using for a lot of my different needs, but this is the one that I'm talking about this time, so maybe more uses somewhere in the future. You never know. But first of all, you just simply type in imagine, and then I can prompt it whatever I want to. Let's say I want a background of YouTuber's home studio with colored lights in the background, a floor plant, and let's make this a bit hotter, and an aesthetically pleasing computer setup. Let's say photography background. Cinematic still shot. And because we're going to be displaying it on a TV, which is 16:9, we're just going to make the aspect ratio 16:9. And just for, Midjourney stuff, up the quality of it. Let's see what it comes up with. This is completely, I haven't tried this particular prompt before, so it could be anything. Well, let's see what it does. And here you can see it came up with 4 different options, as Midjourney does. No, they are still AI generated. These are pretty good for all sorts of purposes. If you look really closely, you can notice some of the things being a little off, like this setup having a single speaker, or, I mean, these are very well cable managed. Also, what is this? But regardless, let's see, I wanted to use number 4 here. I can upscale it and upscale it further to get like proper quality. Now this upscale is going to take a while, so we're just going to reference this while it goes. Now, is it better if you have access to a YouTuber's studio with colored lights and floor plans and all of that? Yes, it is better, and the photos are going to come out better if you have that background there actually. But I mean, if I just don't have access to a bar or a cozy cabin in the woods or a pirate ship, I'm kind of out of options. But with using AI, I can still achieve that. And by the way, the quality doesn't matter that much if it's going to be a blurred background anyway. So all of those little weird things about the AI stuff, they're probably just going to disappear into the background. No one's going to pay mind to them. Now, personally, I do not like the idea of just making photos with AI, just like ready to go photos, and posting those as something that I did. Because, to be honest, you didn't do anything. You just wrote some words and it came out. Yeah, the AI did all of it. But I think, now this might be a little controversial, but combining the stuff that an AI can do with actual photography and with actual photography skills, I think that's going to be an inevitable consequence of AI becoming so popular and so well made. Is it the option that I would prefer? Not really, no, but there's no use in fighting change. And if you still want to do everything yourself, you're completely welcome to do that. This is just a great option if you are, for example, a product photographer like me, and you want to find some new backgrounds to use. But basically how it would go from here, that after I generated the image, I would just throw it up on this TV here and put whatever prompts and whatever table. Well, I could use this table, and I have a lot of other options to use as like the surface, and then I would just shoot it. Most likely blurring out the background pretty much. So in the end, it's still going to turn out like, you can't really tell that it's not really there. And of course, this is just scratching the surface of how you can use AI to support your real life tactile photography. If you have any other cool ways of, if you found something like that, like Photoshop's generative AI, I don't love that, but that's something that people use. But if you have any other niche, nuanced uses like this, let me and everyone know in the comments below. And while you're down there, remember to like the video if it helped you out at all. Now, please tell me what you think of this in general. That's gonna start a heated fight, isn't it? Hopefully not. I believe in you guys. But in any case, thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you all next time. Okay? Bye.